welcome to the Vera and Clarisa Show. Oh wow, we've got a lot to talk about.
I think the last time we reported to you was in March, right?
We've been busy.
We've been really busy. This is almost like 2019 all over again.
Except better.
Oh, we didn't know where to start, so we figured we would let the Funhouse bag start it for us. We had some adventures, many adventures. So there was fun stuff, funny stuff, and funny things that weren't so funny at the time. So
I thought they were funny the whole time, but
really, Port Authority.
What happened to Port Authority?
You blocked it out. How about one of us picks and then the other one tells a story?
Okay.
Okay. So should I pick and you want to tell a story? Or
I'll pick.
Okay. Castle Creek Road. Where?
New York. 9/17/2022.
Upstate.
9/17/2022.
Upstate New York, Syracuse. What's the date? Is 17th?
Mm-hmm.
Was that on the way back?
Nope, it was on the way there. The show was on the 17th.
That must have been when we picked up the Jacks on our way to see Shinedown at St. Joseph's Amphitheater in Syracuse, New York. Really awesome show. My favorite thing about the show, obviously seeing Shinedown, but my second favorite thing about the show was that you could see water behind the venue. So beautiful. We weren't expecting that.
I just remembered something.
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. On the way there, we were stopped at a light and somebody was blasting daylight. Was it daylight?
Yes.
We're
We're like, are you going to Shinedown? And they didn't hear us. But we were excited for them. So should I pick something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please do.
By the way, check out our skits for the strengths for Generation Rock Bucks. They're kind of funny. We try to make them funny. We are on our way back from upstate New York. We are in PA. Such a beautiful view. What are you crunching on?
Chucks, what happened to your bag?
You still have them left? I ate mine after the show last night. Can I have one?
No.
Did you say, can I have one?
No.
Why? Why? I want to check.
The entire bag after the show last night.
Because they were good, because they're my favorite snack in the whole wide world. Can I please have one?
I want to be a Chucks.
She didn't give me any.
Find those strengths on Charlotte233 Twitter, Instagram. Hershey Park, April 15th, 2022. We went to see Shinedown, the Revolution's live tour. Oh, wow. We actually ran into Zach Myers on the way to Hershey Park to ride the roller coasters before we checked out Shinedown. And oh my gosh, he was so awesome. He actually recommended a roller coaster.
CD and I are here in the sweetest place on earth, Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, getting ready to check out one of the best bands ever, Shinedown. The Revolution's live tour going on now. And we actually got to also ride our first roller coaster of 2022. And guess what? On our way to check out the roller coasters, guess who we ran into? I'm gonna tell them. Should I tell them? I think it's time. We ran into Zach Myers, and he's awesome. Not only did we run into Zach Myers, but he recommended a roller coaster. Should I tell them which roller coaster? It's gonna be the first one that we ride tomorrow. Because my lovely sister got me a season pass. Thank you. It was, should we try to say it in sync? I'm gonna let you take it. Fahrenheit. You forgot, didn't you?
Fahrenheit. Awesome roller coaster. You know what? Hershey's got a lot of awesome roller coasters. So yeah, it was awesome. We, for the first, by the way, I'm just gonna like fast forward. We, for the first time, speaking of roller coasters at Hershey, rode Candemonium. That's my favorite roller coaster ever right now. But Fahrenheit was awesome. The thing about meetings that go, can I say something? So I saw Zach Myers walking toward us, like we were walking toward the park and he was walking toward like the venue. And I saw him and I wanted to be cool about it. And I'm like, hi, like with like a low like wave, you know, so no one would notice him. He's like, nice shirt. And I'm like, thanks. And then I see Vera's behind me and she's wearing like a Smith & Myers shirt. So he was talking to Vera. He was really cool.
He was really
cool,
yeah.
He's like, do you guys want a picture? And we're like, we don't have our phones. Yeah, because we wanted to go on the roller coasters and we don't take our phones on the roller coasters. And we're like, he said he'd vouch for us. Should we link him in this? I'm sure he won't remember, but hey, whatever. It was so awesome though. I mean, it's just awesome. And that, yeah, that show was amazing too. Oh, it was cool. Okay. Is it? You pick. I pick. Okay. Oh, I think I got two. Well, the address is 444. Oh, I think this was your open mic. What was the date? That was 10/11, huh? Cool. Yeah, I did open mic at the Lost Tavern. This is the Lost Tavern. I'm supposed to tell the story. Oh, that's right. I really like the way Vera does her open mic because even if people don't know what her songs are, they still select the songs. I mean, that is skill.
Wasaw Seesaw is a 4-part project. Each of the 4 parts contains 4 songs. Tonight, I'm going to sing a song from part 3 of Wasaw Seesaw. And what I'd like to do is I'd like for you to select a letter from A to D. The first letter I hear is the song you will hear from the outline from part C of Wasaw Seesaw. On the count of 3, I'd like to hear a letter from A to D. 1, 2, 3.
D.
D? D. 3D?
That is skill. Like, the audience selects songs they've never heard before. If you haven't checked out Wasaw Seesaw, go on the Wasaw Seesaw YouTube page and check out how she gets the audience to participate. And they're really into it. I really love that interactive, you know, because you prompt their curiosity and you make them part of the experience. And they actually choose your set list without knowing the songs. Well, they prompt my curiosity too, because I'm always excited to see what they're going to select. It's fun for me too, because I'm like, oh, what are they going to choose? It's just so much fun. I love it. And what's interesting about your songs is that they tell a story. It's almost like there's a character. So it would be like if your songs were a book, like the story would keep changing based on the audience. There's several, like, I feel like those songs have several characters in them. Like, there could be books written, like, just by the selection of the songs. But anyway, okay, so that was at Rendezvous, and you performed there twice, and this one, I think Nick Douglas also performed. So that was cool to see both of them. Very cool. Okay, so my turn? There were a couple of things I forgot to throw in here.
I gave you a good, really good one.
This came out April 8th, 2022. And it has, where is it? There's a season pass in here.
Oh, where's
And
my purse?
Carl's on the seat. Carl is so cool. You know, we saw Papa Roach twice this year. And the first time I saw them, I didn't know what was, like, okay, I jump a lot, like when I'm at a show, and I had plenty of room. We had the perfect spot, so no one was like, you know, in my space. I had plenty of space. And this is the thing, like all of a sudden, I started like not feeling well, and I didn't know what was wrong because I don't drink. And I went to get some air, and I was sitting on a step, and this kind woman that worked there walked up to me, and she's like, "Do you want some water?" And she gave me a bottle of water, and oh my gosh, it's like I came back to life. I was dehydrated. I was like, I took a few sips of water, and I was like, whoa, okay, I'm ready to go back to the show. And when I got it, guess who was on the stage? And CD's like, look, Carl's on the stage.
I was all excited.
I was just like, you guys, what song it was? I can't remember, but oh my gosh, yeah, it was so awesome. But yeah,
Can I say something funny that's related to that with the
Sure.
Speaking of water, what's it like sharing a room with me when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like,
cheap water bottles, man. Oh my gosh.
cheap water bottles in the middle of the night.
That's the
I'm
worst.
just really thirsty.
After eating a bag of Jags. I have to say, like last night, I was just like, I had a bag of Jags. I just like
We
had a
love
bag of Jags. A bag of Jags, just looking up at the moon through my moon roof, and it was just, you know, sometimes you just need to sit in your car
And have some Jacks.
looking up through the moon roof, eating a bag of Jags.
It's the texture, it's the taste, it's
And it's got
crunch.
not just any cheese curl. Okay, it's gotta be Jags. I can go for
You're
some
next.
Jags.
You're next. The Funhouse bag.
The Funhouse
It even
is
says
actually
Funhouse on
at
it.
the Asbury Park Boardwalk. Oh, we have some really cool shirts from there too.
Yeah, we
by the way.
do.
They
Actually, I will
actually
show them.
Shirts that actually have the artwork that is on the boardwalk on the t-shirts.
Is that called? I think it's called the Wooden Board Project. I'll have to look it up. I'll put a
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. I
So
follow
yeah, so the artwork on the boardwalk is also put on sweatshirts, t-shirts.
This is actually the CD that.
Okay, so
Yeah. That's the Papa Roach CD. Listen, okay, let's go back to the CD. You gotta check this out. Oh, I can play 6 CDs in my car at the same time. Like not at the same time, but not like it takes 6 CDs. This CD has been in my car since, this came in the mail the day that it was released. How that's possible, I have no idea. Like I pre-ordered this from Papa Roach.
it's
The
like,
day it was released, it was in my mailbox. I'm like, what?
you know what? Papa Roach was probably sitting around in a circle and they were like this. And all the CDs just showed up in the mailboxes.
Yeah, I couldn't
Papa
believe
Roach,
that.
if you're listening, anyone
And-
from Papa Roach, let us know. We know this is how it happened.
Yeah, it's still in there. And in fact, I was listening to it today, and there's just so many. Every song is awesome on this. Pick it up. Oh my gosh. And I love Papa Roach, and I loved Face Everything and Rise. You know, I've loved their other CDs too, but this one, I totally, like, every song is like on point. Like, it's like, yeah, it just clicks. Every song clicks. So definitely check it out. Awesome. It's called, I didn't give the title. Ego Trip is also an awesome song on it. It's called Ego Trip.
That's what I'm singing in my head right now. And I have an Ego Trip rock box that I haven't given out yet. So
You still have that one?
yeah, I still have that one. Haven't found that right person yet. So Yeah, so we saw Papa Roach twice. We saw them in March, I think. Was it in New Jersey?
It was the first time we saw them was in New Jersey. Oh my gosh, toll booth. That toll booth. That $1, what was it, $1.32 toll booth that only took cash. And we just threw anything we had in there. I'm just like, give me everything. You blocked it out. And then when we got to the venue, I'm like, excuse me, do you have change for a 10? And they're like, no, sorry. And I'm like, what if we have to go past that thing again? What if we you don't remember that? Since then you threw a baggie with change and loose change and $1 in there.
See, it's taken care of. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
You totally blocked that out. All right.
Yeah, I totally blocked it
All
out.
right. And my turn or your turn? My turn. Okay. Oh. A show I went to without you. So tell me what it was like to miss this show.
Okay. So I think Poison, I hadn't gone to a show in a while, back in the 90s, 2000s. And Poison was actually the first band that I started going to shows again to see. I think, was it 90s?
Yeah, we started going, I think, in the mid-90s to see them again.
But yeah, I missed this. How was it?
It was fun. It was really cool. Very cool. This was the Arts Quest Center on the south side of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We actually, last year we saw Shine down there, but this year I saw Poison. So, all right.
Oh, it's the same stage?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Your turn. Should give you a hand. Is that your handwriting? Isn't that your handwriting?
Yes,
Oh.
these are receipts from Morpheus Music.
Do you want to tell the story?
Yes.
I've decided to play drums. So we have a band called Petradelphia. And I can strum a few chords, I can play a little bit of bass, and now I'm learning to play drums. And we have a new Petradelphia song coming out. I didn't realize it was this week.
Actually, yeah, at least one on 11/11.
Possibly two. And so I am actually, and I don't know if it'll be on one of these two songs, but I want to do my own drums. I use GarageBand usually, but I'm running out of like sounds that go with, you know, with the bass or whatever. So I want to add my own drums. So we have a drum kit, and yeah, so I'm taking drum lessons, and I think that's it.
Speaking of Petradelphia, I also want to say that CD, there's 4 sections to A Saw Seesaw, and CD actually put together the last section, section 4. It's spoken word and music, dance music, and that was all CD.
That was fun. So
She's
thank
part
you for
4
giving me
of
the
A Saw
honor.
Seesaw. All I did was spoken word. I wrote the lyrics, and the rest is all CD.
And I think some of the songs also from Petradelphia are inspired
Definitely.
by Was Saw Seesaw. So
Yeah.
very cool.
And Petradelphia, it's one word. One word.
Yeah, we're wearing t-shirts, but it's
Petradelphia.
one word. Petradelphia, brothers and sisters of rock, right?
Right.
Okay.
Is that everything?
Are you kidding? Look in there. Does that look like everything? We might have to do another episode. And there's some stuff that I actually don't have in there that I just want to like grab in my purse and put in there. But
So we out of time with 20 minutes.
oh, can we do one more?
Okay.
The West End Fair.
Oh, the West End Fair. We actually went on rides. Okay, so the first night, all we did was eat. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wait, am I salivating because I'm thinking about fudge? Okay. So the
Same
first
thing.
night we ate, and then we're like, we saw some rides, and we're like, no, we ate too much. We cannot go on any rides. And then I think the next day we're like, let's go back to the fair and do it right this time. You go on the rides first, and then you eat whatever you want. Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm just thinking about the kids that were on the roundup with us.
Oh my gosh,
They were so funny. I was cracking up because they were doing things they shouldn't be doing, and I'm like, this is why I am not a parent. Because I'm like,
I am a parent.
and you were laughing too. It's just like,
What was
okay, I don't think you should be doing that.
Okay, so let me talk about him. So first, we're sitting with this kid and standing on the roundabout. Is it called roundabout? What is it called?
Roundup.
Roundabout. I think that's a song. Anyway, so by the way, Yas is playing like down the street from here on the 18th of this month, and I'm so going. Are you going?
Yeah, how did Guess come into the
I think
conversation?
Roundabout is one of their songs.
Isn't a roundabout when we have to go, when I'm driving and you're navigating, there's a roundabout in 3 miles. How far are we from the roundabout? 2 miles. Okay.
How much more time?
How much more time till the roundabout? Okay, so what do I do? Okay, so you go straight, you bear to the right, and then you go straight. I'm like, oh, so I go halfway round the roundabout. But those things can be so scary. I'm getting used to them now. I'm getting used to the roundabouts. I'm just like, oh, okay, you just kind of go curve around.
Yeah.
But they can be really scary. Like I worry about getting
so-
stuck and not being able to get out of the
You just go
roundabout.
round and round and round and round we go. Okay, so what happened? So we're on the was it Roundup?
Roundup.
What's cool about the Roundup, it actually goes like this. So it's like you're looking down.
I
Like
missed that.
everything
Oh my
was
God, so
good.
cool.
So anyway, so what happened is like the guy's going around checking. There's this little belt. Okay, it's just a little belt that comes around. It's like 2 feet from your belly. I mean, and this kid's like, the kid next to me is like, I don't know why he's checking these. He's like, you don't really need them. And I'm like, what? So, so then the prize starts and he throws the belt off. And his friend, I think, does the same thing that's like across from us. And they took the belts off, but really we didn't need them.
Yeah, but then, was it them or was it the kid across from me? Didn't somebody put their feet?
Oh, they had their feet. Oh yeah. Okay, somehow they had their feet going out. Like, yeah, I can't explain it. It was interesting.
It was definitely fun.
And then we went in was it the Gravitron or something?
Yeah, the Gravitron.
That's where the floor drops.
Yeah.
And there was this girl, and she was like upside down, like her feet were in the air. And I'm just like, what happens when the floor comes back? But she had, I don't know, I guess she knew to turn around, like when the floor came back, because the floor drops.
And the
like,
things
kinda
go
stuck
up
to the
and
wall.
down, so like, yeah, I think that
never
would be a little
noticed that
scary.
before.
Yeah. I can't stop grabbing out of the bag, but maybe we should.
Well, bro. I feel like I'm picking out a fortune cookie. We're in dairy. Don't put it back in.
All right, that was. You pick another one out. Don't get a receipt. You could feel around in there. Don't get the.
Well, you put them in. Ooh.
Oh, well, this is a good one to add to.
It's a receipt, but
Yeah, but
That's
this one's a fun. It's not a gas receipt. It's a fun receipt. There is a story. Wait, where was that?
Hard Rock.
Was it
June 11th, 2022. 11:37 p.m.
hot? Okay, we have a
Oh
good
my God,
story.
I
We
just
have to tell this.
remember.
I tell this story, right?
Yes, you told us.
Okay, Hard Rock Cafe. We had gone to Orange Loop Festival in Atlantic City, and I'm gonna tell this story, but there's another story about that. But we'll tell that story when we pick the thing out of the bag for that. But anyway, so this is the story for the Hard Rock. So we went to the Orange Loop Festival to check out Doro. And it was so much fun. There was 3 rooms, at least 3 different rooms. It was cool.
But it was a long day, and all I was dreaming about towards the end was a nacho platter by the water. You know, I just wanted to see the Atlantic Ocean, sitting outside at Hard Rock, having a nice nacho platter. So we get there, and there's no outdoor seating. It's closed because it's late. Apparently, they must close at 11:30 on a Saturday night, and so only the indoor bar was open, and there was these two comedian piano players with, you know, those jars and everything, taking tips and requests, and, you know, and they were loud, and I was just like, I just wanted a quiet evening with the big savory nacho salad.
They were playing good music.
Okay, so we sit down, and I said to the server, excuse me, do you have like a quieter section? He's like, sorry, this is all that's open. And Vera's like, yes! Because she was like all happy, and they started playing Walking on Sunshine, and Vera gets up and starts dancing, and then she sits down. I'm like, well, now I have to get up because she made it look so fun. So yeah, so Vera makes things fun.
Not always.
Many times.
CD makes things
And
fun.
we'll put a clip of those videos up too.
I will be like at work after hanging out with CD, and I'll think of something she did or said, and I'll just bust out laughing. Like, I'm just like,
Aww, I'm happy.
And then I'll, like the other day, and then I'll see something like salt from a pretzel on the passenger seat or a sprinkle, and I'll be like, I miss CD.
Should we do one more? Is it my turn?
Yeah, I know. If you say so.
Make this sound. This feels interesting. Hershey.
Still memories to be made.
We went king size. Yes, we cannot wait to go back to Hershey. And what is it? Christmas candy? What is it? Candyland?
I always get that.
I'm not sure.
It's
But
fun.
it starts November 11th. Actually, this week it starts the Christmas lights. And we did go for Halloween, and we rode Candemonium and
something storm.
we'll get that up there for you. But that was fun. It was all lit up, and it was awesome. So, and Hershey Park is getting a new roller coaster or something.
Wildcat Revenge?
Yeah, so
You
I
know-
think they got rid of the Wildcat. We never got to ride that, but they
Yeah,
replaced it with
just-
Revenge. So, and all right, let's do one more. I'm usually gonna
Hey,
go
I'm
through
not
this
the one
entire
that said
bag. Oh wait, your turn.
Is that 2 or 1?
This is our most recent.
Transbridge Lines, New York, New York.
What was the date?
The date is. Oh, I remember the date. It was 10/22.
You
22.
We went to see a band that we had never seen before,
Oh.
and we saw the band at Pier 17. So yes, we took a Transbridge to New York City, and then we took the subway to, actually we came out of the subway and we ended up coming out right at,
World Trade Center.
yeah, the World Trade Center, and so we got to see, we didn't get to see everything, but we didn't expect to come out at the World Trade Center, and it was awesome. I mean, we took a lot of pictures, and so we'll definitely share those. And then we walked to the pier, and it was Pier 17, and we went up, I don't know how many, 4 flights to the rooftop, and we got a view of the stage, and then we got some really awesome coffee recommended by the security guards at Pier 17. Do you remember where our coffee was from? There's probably a
No, but
receipt in
I
here.
had to have pictures of it.
So,
it was good.
It was really good. I got hot coffee. Oh wow, it was great.
A beautiful day too. The weather was amazing.
It was
just a beautiful
awesome.
day.
We had layers on because we thought it was going to be cold, and it was actually really hot. Like, it was pretty hot. And it was so easy to find the venue from the hotel. We stayed at the Holiday Inn, and it was it was straight from like John Street to we stayed on Nassau, and then we walked down John Street, and we were right where the piers were.
It was nice.
And it was so easy to get there and get back that the next morning we decided to go for a little walk, and we ended up our 8-minute walk. Oh, it's only 8 minutes away. Ended up being an hour and a half, and we were meeting a friend who ended up having to pick us up from a police station.
I told you we just needed to go under the city, but you didn't listen to me.
So we're gonna end with a good tip. If you are ever in New York City and you're lost,
Go under the city.
yes,
You will find your way.
go into the subway
city.
because they have what all the streets are. Because what happens is it gets confusing when there's a park or something, and you have to kind of go around it, and so I think that's what confuses.
Just
But if you
lost
go
at
in
the
the
Brooklyn
subway,
Bridge.
yeah, by the Brooklyn Bridge, our friend's looking for us. I'm like, we're like the Brooklyn. We're like, there's a sign for the Brooklyn Bridge. She's like, those signs are everywhere. I'm like, we're like by the sign, by the Brooklyn Bridge. She's like, that doesn't help me. Very patient friend.
Yeah,
So
that was
anyway.
my first time meeting her too. She's very cool, very cool. And then we ended up hanging out the next weekend, and we went to Dorney
Yeah.
for the last day that it was open.
Yeah.
Very fun.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So I guess we'll wrap up.